CCA.
Yeah, CCA. I like that. It sounds techie.
It does sound techie.
All right, so autopilot is still calibrating. It's only done like 10% by the looks of it, so we won't be using autopilot anytime soon. It definitely feels bigger than what I remember, but geez, the car looks so good. We're so happy with the way it looks. The black rims, the white exterior, the white interior, such a good combo. Let me know in the comments what you prefer, the look of the Model 3 or the Model Y. Now for me, I have always preferred the look of the Model Y over the 3. It was the first Tesla that I fell in love with, but I know there's a lot of people out there that prefer the look of the Model 3. So yeah, let me know which one you prefer, regardless of practicality and how much it suits your lifestyle, just strictly on looks. For me, I feel like this shape of the car suits the Model Y really well, and it's bulkier and a little bit more aggressive. So yeah, I'm very happy. This is the dream Tesla that I always wanted, the white Model Y. See, in the 3, I wouldn't be able to go over a big bump in the road that aggressively. You'd have to slow down because you don't want to scrape the front. But being higher up in the Y and being able to tackle bumps in the road and driveways, just with a little more confidence like this one, is nice. Like, yeah, that would scrape the shit out of the 3. And autopilot has calibrated now, so it will be interesting to see if we're noticing a big difference in the way that works, being that the Model Y is vision only, there's no radar. So I've heard from a few people online that this is not nearly as good as what we had in the 3. I'll be the judge of that. All right, first parallel park. Let's see how we go. Don't scratch the rims. All right, so not a bad park by me. All right, so I wouldn't recommend doing what I just did, which is to get on the freeway without going through the settings of the car and making sure that it's all set up the way that you want it. And especially me being used to the way that the Model 3 was set up, there's a lot of things missing. So I'm gonna take the time to go through all these settings now and turn on things like auto steer and the blind spot mirror, just so I feel comfortable driving it, because so far with this sort of weather, heavy rainfall, I would say it hasn't been an enjoyable drive so far. So I'll get all this stuff sorted and then I'll feel a little bit more confident and stress-free in the car. All right, so let's make our way through the settings. Auto high beams are on at the moment. That's fine. We'll see how they go with this car. I've pretty much adjusted the mirrors and the steering wheel to be fine for the moment. Auto display brightness as well as dark mode coming on. That's all good. Autopilot, auto steer. Yes, please. Thank you. Much needed. Full self-driving visualization. Sure. Automatic blind spot camera, yes. Green traffic light chime, yes. Walk away door lock, yes. Lock confirmation sound is on, which I find a little bit weird, so I'll turn that off. Close windows on lock. Leave that on for the moment. Auto dome lights. Ooh, ambient lights. Not used to those. Test them out tonight. Headlights after exit, sure. Display. Auto, please, thank you. Sentry mode on. Dash cam auto. Did they include a USB? Yes, they included a USB. Good. Joe mode. 72Ks. We've already racked up a few. All right, that is looking so much better. Oh, the other thing was Bluetooth to the phone was not working. So let's add a new device. Pair. Allow. Priority. Connect. Okay, I think that's it. I think we're good to go. So now we'll be able to use autopilot for the first time, because being on a freeway in this weather without autopilot, I actually didn't like it. I wanted autopilot because it makes me feel like I can concentrate more on the road and the car is taking care of the speed limit and keeping me in the lane. So I actually feel safer personally with autopilot on, but let's now test it out in the Model Y for the first time after we do a quick acceleration to 100. She's quick still, she's very quick. Auto wipers are going mad, which is good. And let's hit autopilot for the first time. All right, autopilot is on. The auto wipers are still not amazing. Like, too fast. All right, that blind spot camera is already coming in handy. I believe with the new software update, you can actually move that around. Let's put the heated steering wheel on. How do I do that? I could probably just ask voice control. Turn on heated steering. Aha, yes, it's turned it on. That's where it is. It's hidden down the bottom. And I've noticed the biodefense mode with that HEPA filter coming up, so we're not used to seeing that in the 3, so that is a cool feature. Wow, the heated steering wheel has come on very quickly. Doesn't take long to get warm. Now, I haven't booked in this car to get a paint protection film or ceramic coating. I'm just gonna see how it goes. Like, yes, if I had a spare 5 or 6 grand to do that, sure, it's obviously a good thing to protect the paint of the car from stone chips and things like that. But yeah, for the moment, I think we're just gonna keep the car as it comes and see how we go. Maybe, who knows, at some stage, I might wrap the car in like a gunmetal gray or something like that. It is probably my preference to have a nice cool wrap on the car. All right, conditions are getting a little bit better now. So with the insurance, I did decide to go with AAMI. It was kind of the best price that I could find for our needs. I did set a very high excess cost at $2,750. So it is a high excess, keep that in mind. But we were able to get the yearly cost for the Model Y insurance down to about $938. We've never had to use insurance, touch wood, so it is just something that we continuously pay for and we don't reap the benefits of. I'm sure you feel different about insurance if you've ever had to use it. You've been in an accident or you've had a car that's been totaled. But for us at the moment, we can always alter that insurance, but we're going to keep it with a high excess and a low yearly cost, as low as we could get it. I did check out GIO insurance, NAB car insurance, a few other brands that you guys recommended in the comments, but for us, AAMI seemed to be the best. And hopefully sometime in the near future, the Tesla insurance makes its way to Australia, because we would love to have this on the Model Y. All right, so I've been driving the car for just on an hour now, and my thought so far is that yes, it still feels very similar to the 3. I am definitely enjoying being higher up, especially in these conditions on highways. Autopilot seems to be the same as the 3 so far. Haven't had any phantom braking or anything, so that's good. It definitely does feel like a bigger car. It feels a little bit heavier, obviously, but I'm noticing the differences more now that we haven't had the 3 for a couple of weeks. Maybe it just feels more different, but yeah, it definitely feels bigger, heavier. The visibility is not bothering me as much this time around. The bigger side mirrors, quite nice. I feel like I could see more out of those. And biggest noticeable difference when you get inside the car is just this amazing panoramic roof. You do really notice how striking it is. I actually feel a little bit nervous driving this car, which is crazy because I've driven almost 20,000 Ks in a Model 3. But yeah, I guess it's just a new car and it still feels different to the 3. Turn on heated seats. Oh, it's turned on the rear seats? No, rear. Oh, look at that. We do not want, I could turn off rear heated seats. Good. And then if we go to front. See, I think when you don't have autopilot, the touchscreen feels very hard to use. And that's me having a lot of experience in a 3. When you have autopilot on, you feel like you've got a little bit more confidence to use the screen and look down and touch things. I'm obviously trying to be as safe as you can about it, but you do need to use the screen many times while you're driving. All right, Right, so made it home safely. Just to quickly recap on that first long drive that I've done, I would say that the Model 3 definitely feels nicer to drive than the Model Y because the Y is just heavier, bigger, the handling's not as great. But that being said, there's also something really nice about being higher up and having all of the space that comes with the Model Y. So it really just comes down to if you need bigger space and you prefer being higher up, then the Model Y is the answer. But I know for a lot of you, the Model 3 is still going to be the preference. And then, as I mentioned earlier, my preference in terms of like the way the car looks, for whatever reason, I do really like the way the Y looks, and it's sort of like a beefier kind of looking car. The other thing is, thankfully, we haven't had any issues with autopilot just yet, but we'll keep you updated. Hopefully, it is just as good as we had in the Model 3. Anyway, stay tuned for more pros and cons and more thoughts and even like a proper first review of the car coming soon on the channel. Hope you guys are doing well, and I'll catch you soon in another video.